What's going on, people? It's Mr. Dog back again with the preview show. I hope everyone's fit and well. And yes, it's not league action this time. It's FA Cup duty this time for Nottingham Forest. And this time we're against a team that we've already beat in the Premier League. So hopefully that we can win again against them in the FA Cup. If you are new to my channel, please hit the like button, subscribe if you know, and comment below, people. What is your score predictions for tomorrow's big game? Well, I've got a special guest. He's been on this channel. He came on 4 weeks ago. No.
December, yeah.
As well. And he wasn't he wasn't a happy bunny after the game. People, let's give some love to Adam. He's back. Adam, how are you feeling this time now?
Probably worse, to be honest. We was on a bit of a good run turn of the year. Obviously, I think your results sort of it was like the catalyst for a little bit of a turnaround for us form-wise. Ending of 2023 was bad, as you know. But then moving forward, we was all right for a few weeks, good 2 months, and then like it all came crashing back down to earth again. There's always that result with United. We all know at the back of our minds that we've got that bad performance in us, and in that run, we've probably been second best in a lot of them games, but just got the result, and it does paper over a lot of cracks. But performance-wise, we're still probably as bad as we was against you guys back in December.
Back to, I was going to give you that inside out since we played Man United, because there's been a lot of talk about him. So actually, I've got Adam back on the show to talk about Man U. Before we do, Adam, just do a little shout out about your channel so people can follow your channel.
Yeah, Forever United TV, we've been running since October now, absolutely flying. So do come across there. We're at the games studio. We've got live guests on, journalists, some special guests as well. Like yourself, just bringing it real, mate. And that's what it's all about. Real fans who actually do live and breathe it, don't we, mate? That's what it is.
Follow up and down the country. That we do. That we do. Like I said, people don't follow Adam's channel. It's in the title. All I can do is click on his channel and click subscribe. See another meltdown tomorrow night. Right, Adam, like I said, let's talk about the league game. We beat you 2-1 because as a Forest fan, and you've mentioned on your streams about Rashford as at number 9, and I thought to myself, we've got a chance here, and it happened. Yeah, he did score from a mistake from Turner, but me personally, again, I think quite a lot of Forest fans, it wasn't great, was you?
No, we were there for the taking. I think you realised it. I think it was well published all over social media. Gibbs White and his comments, his famous comments about they don't want it. You only had to look at the team. They looked like they were, you know, when you turn up for a Sunday league game and you're like, you get out the van, it's freezing, it's winter, you're like that, you're like, oh God, I don't fancy this today. That's what we looked like as a professional outfit, and it was embarrassing. You could tell, and the game was boring in the first half, but Ten Hag was absolutely crucified in his press conference for bringing Mainu off and bringing McTominay on. He was at fault for both of the goals. positional wise. And yeah, it couldn't have gone any worse for us. It really couldn't. But again, no Rasmus Højlund. There was no Rasmus Højlund in that game. There isn't again today. And you've seen against Fulham at weekend how poor we are up top without a focal point, without a proper number 9. Rashford, you just said it then, though, he isn't a number 9. And he gets eaten alive in that position. He's not good enough for it.
Like I said, Højlund, like I said, since like in that game, you have been playing well. And Højlund, like I said, he was scoring so many goals for you. Like I said, I think I watched the Luton game, and he's so good. But now, I said to Alan before the show, I said Fulham would win 2-1, and the score was right. Getting into this game now, like I said, I watched Adam on a stream before we came on. You're worried a lot, you know, because like I said, your back four, it's you don't know what your back four is going to be, and it's going to be like, wow, how are we going to win this game? What's your thoughts on it?
We've got going off early team news in terms of fitness tests and who's actually available. I think we've got 4 first-team centre-backs out. We haven't got a recognised left-back. Bruno is an injury doubt as well. He was playing injured, battling on through the game against Fulham. He took a knock. And it's going to be makeshift. We could see some academy players playing. We may see Campbell Waller at the back, who played against West Ham. And we could see Lindelof. If Lindelof's there, then it's open season for you guys. The pace that you've got, I'm right in thinking that Awoniyi is fit now, isn't it?
He is. Well, he got subbed off half time at Aston Villa.
Yeah. What's the diagnosis from that? Is it precautionary with him because he is a bit of an animal and he will tear us apart?
He wasn't great. I keep it real. He wasn't great against Aston Villa. He's got
Trust me, mate. He comes up against our centre backs. He'll look like leading. Honestly, he'll look like Brian Van Basten playing against us. Honestly, he is. He's anyone who's strong, anyone who's physical, we struggle against. And Varane is having a lot of fitness.
How it started.
Yeah, and then it's pace down the wings with again Alanga, who we know is rapid. If he plays on the right, doesn't he, for you guys? Yeah. So that will be obviously our weak point where we've got no left back. So that's a concern. Defensively, all over the place. But it's not just that, though. He said we don't score goals anymore. We're not putting teams to bed. Without Højlund, we've got no threat. I'm relying on the likes of Garnacho, and I don't know who else is going to play in the game because we tried them out on the weekend. We just haven't got anyone to play. It's weird. It's an awkward situation right now for Ten Hag because his job is on the line with everything going on behind the scenes, and he hasn't got a team to put out on the pitch.
Do you like you are struggling with players, but do you feel like this season could crumble? Because like I said, you haven't got a striker. You ran on Rashford. Garnacho, for me, when he played at Tick Ground, I thought, I watched yourself and all of Man U fans as well, thinking, is he like player to unlock the thing? Like, what is going on?
He is good enough in certain games, but I think what's happening is teams are able to double up on him because there's no threat of the rest of the front line. So they see him as the threat and they can double up, and that's how you stop him. It's like what you do with any decent player, but I think they're prioritising him as the threat. It's like even Rashford, people leave him alone. Like he's just, he's not worth the 2-man defence. People are actually cottoning on to seeing where the threat is. It's Garnacho who's the main threat for us going forward. Nothing on the right hand side because that could be Ahmad, that could be Anthony. I couldn't tell you who's going to play on the right. Really couldn't. That's up for grabs for anyone. And then the midfield, where we lost the game last time, I feel you guys are even stronger there. And I think the likes of Gibbs White will be licking their lips at the prospect of going at that United back line anyway.
I remember I was on your channel and you spoke about Gibbs White and the goal that he scored to make it 2-1. But the point I want to say, the 2 goals that we scored, it was like the same image. Like the midfield, I don't know, it was your midfield. Tommy, come on, after the goal,
McTominay came on for Mainu. It was McTominay, Ericsson, and Bruno then.
Yes.
And the goals came as soon as he made the change.
It was just like it was a good. The reason I say it's a good goal because I remember Tyler Warney. He pushed your two centre backs back to make that gap to make a goal. Players like Dominguez and Morgan gives White to score. Do you think, like I said, players like Bruno, McTominay, Ericsson, do you think need to step up? Because, like I said, you are struggling with players.
Yeah, they do. We've said it. I said it at weekend when the news came out again that Højlund was injured. Certain players that weren't playing well that I've seen as senior players needed to step up. The likes of Bruno, Rashford, these sorts of players. You just didn't get it. They just didn't rise to the occasion. It wasn't even really an occasion. It's Fulham at home, for God's sake, and they were weakened. They didn't even have Paulinho in midfield. I just said it on my stream there. It's like. What's the name? Iwobi. I mean, Jesus, we made Iwobi look like Clarence Seedorf.
No.
He looked that good, mate. He's a reject from Arsenal and Everton, and he's tearing our midfield a new one. It was embarrassing. And then obviously one of our old boys, Andreas Pereira, had the freedom of Old Trafford. It was like, welcome back, son. Go and have a game of your season. And they were having a field day with our midfield. I think you guys as well. Because you've got energy in there, and that's one thing we haven't got. We just haven't got it. We can't, and our fitness levels have been questioned as well throughout the season. This is the first time I think, probably the second time this calendar year that we've had a double game week, and we're struggling with one game a week at the moment.
We mentioned, like I said, I think last year, like you talked about your manager, Van Gaal. What's your thoughts on now? Is it better for you, or is it just gone worse? Because, like I said, the Fulham game, I can see your strikers out, but it seems like the more pressure's on your manager again. What's your thoughts on him now?
Ten Hag is it's a massive question mark. It is. He's making decisions and talking after games and watching a different game completely. I mean, his words after the Fulham game were, we didn't deserve to lose, and we showed great character to fight back. We had a 5-minute spell in injury time. That was it. And everyone's watching a different game to what he's describing. It borders on delusional when he talks after a game like that. And he's used the same excuse again. He keeps using the injuries as an excuse. And then you get someone like Klopp going out at weekend and using all his kids in the final against Chelsea, playing exactly the same way. He has no philosophy. He has no style. He's losing the players. There's more calls today of unrest within the media, within the squad. Players wanting a day off after the defeat against Fulham and not wanting to go to training. It's an embarrassment at the moment behind the scenes. And like I said, results do paper over a lot of cracks. When everything's going all right on the pitch, the focus isn't on the things that are going wrong off it. But when you do start losing, then you do start getting that focus turned into more of a negative slant as well. And that's exactly what's happened this week. And the only way it stops is if United win the game. With all these injuries coming in, and it's starting to look a bit more unrealistic, you would say, as a decent result for us. You start to worry about what's going to happen to Ten Hag and the pressure that's going to mount on him, because we've got City away at weekend.
Yeah. Do you think like your best players like tomorrow? Like the question, last question, like I said, with F Cup tomorrow, what are you more worried about? Because as a Forest fan, I'm more focused on the league than FA Cup. Van, the manager needs to win a cup. What's your league or FA Cup?
Right now, I think we need the league. We need top four. We need to be in the Champions League next season. It's as simple as that. Otherwise, the plan for Ineos and the new ownership model coming in, it changes. And then everyone's worrying that we're not going to have the finances in place to actually change this squad and properly dissect it and break it down and restructure it completely. We're just not going to have that finance there. There is money coming in, obviously, from Sir Jim, but we'd have more if he was in the Champions League.
What's your opinion on Ratcliffe? Like I said, he's more in charge of the football side. What's your opinion on that?
Yeah, on that, it's like at first I wanted the full buyout. That was where my preference was.
Yeah.
But what we were dealing with was just hearsay. We didn't know, apart from the statements that were read out. So Sir Jim's kept his cards close to his chest. He's now obviously moving the structure of the football club, moving in the direction of the football, new CEO. So he took one of City's main operators in Omar Barada.
He's moving fast.
He's moving very fast, which is unlike United and unlike the Glazers. You can actually see why Sir Jim is doing it, but you can see how he's changing the way that United are approaching things as well. If this was United without Sir Jim Ratcliffe going into this summer, I think we would be absolutely doomed. But it does feel different. He's getting Dan Ashworth in from Newcastle, so he's already taking people from our biggest rivals.
Another good appointment as well.
Yeah, and then I think we're going to bring in Jason Wilcox from Southampton, who was City's head of academy as well. So, yeah, all of that with Sir David Brailsford, Jean-Claude Blanc, and Sir Jim Radcliffe on the board, and a completely different look on how United approach a transfer window or anything sporting-wise. It's optimistic, it really is. And he's going to invest, and we're probably going to end up with a brand new stadium as well. One for you to come and visit, though.
Yes, I've been to. You know, it's weird. When I was in the Championship, I've never been to Old Trafford. And out of nowhere, I went to Old Trafford like 4 or 5 times in 18 months. So hopefully another one as well. People, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and like I say, comment below. I'll get Adam's score prediction for tomorrow's game. Are you confident for tomorrow? I know you are.
Honestly, I feel like we'll lose if the injury news is right. I think we're definitely going to lose. I do believe that Bruno will be fit, though. Varane is a late fitness test. Maguire's definitely out, so it's another different back four. Left back just terrifies me. It really does. Lindelof is useless at left back. He's weak, he's slow, and he's just not reliable enough to play that role. He's average at centre back. He's horrendous at left back, but I can't really go in on a player that's not supposed to be playing there, and that's where we are right now. It's been a weird season with injuries for a lot of clubs. I don't know why it's been so bad this season, but we are without our first team, our guaranteed best first team. We're not capable of putting a run together or competing, and I think you'll find that out tomorrow. It depends if we get the reaction after weekend. If we're still feeling sorry for ourselves, then we're just going to get taken to the cleaners. I think it could be bad, and then probably even worse at weekend. That's how the mood is within the fan base right now.
Adam, you sound depressed like the overtime. Football depressed, not real life depressed. Football depressed.
I'm playing full reverse psychology right now. I'm just hoping they spin it well the other way.
I've been there. All 5 have been there. We've been in your boat with losing players and just losing with. Mind you, I mentioned Chris Hughton as well, so we've been there. Right, Adam, I'm going to get your score prediction. What is it? People in the chat as well. What's your score prediction for this game?
I think if Varane and Bruno are fit, I'm going to go 2-2, extra time, penalties. I don't know from there.
He's dodging the question. That's right. He's skipped. 2-2. I don't want penalties. I'm sick of that. It's 8 o'clock kickoff, and I don't want a late getting home. I'll say 2-1. I think. You know what? I'll tell you a lie. I'll say 2-2 as well, and we'll win at extra time. We'll score a goal extra time.
Yeah, I think you might actually have more legs.
Yeah, we have more legs because you have like a young bench. I'm not saying you got a Liverpool bench, but you have.
Honestly, I think a lot of United fans right now would rather see the academy players playing rather than this first team because their attitude.
Right wing for you. Who's that one?
Right wing. It could be one of Ahmad. Could be Amari Forson. I mean, Ahmad came on against you guys.
He didn't
do it in the league.
He didn't do
it. He set up our first decent effort actually that hit the post from Dallo. That was it.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, he did. But
yeah.
When he come on, I thought to myself.
It's what? Sorry.
When he come on, like did he learn at Sunderland? I think it was.
Yes, yeah, he did well at Sunderland. Yeah.
Well, I think bloody hell, Manu must be really bad. We were bringing him on, but I don't know.
He's actually a really good player, but he's not going to get the chance. He's going to be one of them players that gets sold eventually because there's other players in front of him that we spent a lot of money on that have to play, likes of Anthony, who is just, well, you know what he's like. And you'd probably be hoping that he is playing against you this week.
No, because I do remember when last season when you played at our place, did he score?
I think he did score, yeah.
He scored against us, and I thought, now, how's he scoring past him? I hope he don't play, if I'm honest. But I do, like I said, I saw little clips of it. He came on, was it 99th minute? Well, that's, I think, like, before we do, what was the situation with that? Was it because...
Teaching him a lesson, because he's not good enough. Yeah.
Wow.
I know. Who comes on the 99th minute to do nothing and then just walk off with a team that have lost? It's a message, isn't it? It's the only other way you can see it.
That's definitely a message. Forest fans, would you want Anthony at Forest? I wouldn't. Nah, not a chance.
That much we can get for him.
Oh God, yeah, I definitely won't be recouping on that. Let's keep it real. Anthony, Adam, it's been a pleasure for coming on the channel.
Always, mate. Always.
Make sure everyone goes subscribe to Forever United TV. I watch the channel as well. If about Man U, so if you do want to see any Man U content, go and watch Adam. Yeah, I mean he's really good on it as well. So please go and click on his link, subscribe as well,
mate.
And make sure everyone see him have another meltdown on after the show.
I will.
I did watch it. I know you want. You weren't a happy lad, but it's been a pleasure. Thank you. People as well, to our sponsors as well, to Paul Wright Plumbing and Gas. If you want any plumbing gas work, please do. He's a massive Forest fan. So in the description, please do. Family or friend, get him now, please. Right, I'll be there tomorrow. I'll be at the game as always. If you want to get in a vlog as well, after game reaction as well. And I won't be doing a review show because we've got Liverpool on Saturday. So I'll be doing the preview show as well on the Thursday game at 8 o'clock for that game. It's been a pleasure. Hopefully that we can win. If you are rewatching this, get your score prediction, please do. Can Forest win and get to the quarterfinals and knock out Man U and beat Man U again? Let's hope. Peace and love. Up the Forest.